I'm standing in Nirmana Fort, which was built on 1464, yes, 1464, abandoned in 1947, acquired in 1986, and this hotel opened in 1991. Now, why am I digging past so much in the history? Because we are talking about future. What future? The Volvo XC40 Recharge, which is the electric version of the XC40. But before that, let me tell you a few differences between the XC40. First, this one is 15 mm longer than the XC40. Yes, 15 mm, that makes a difference. This also comes with 360-degree camera, which was apparently not there in the XC40. Yes, and it also doesn't have start-stop button. Fasten your seat belts, press the drive mode, and the car starts. What is the first thing you do when you sit behind an electric car? You floor the pedal, see the acceleration, rejoice, because electric cars are fast, and the Volvo XC40 Recharge is one fast machine with 408 horsepower with 60 Newton of torque, coming out of twin electric motors. What else do you expect? Yes, it is the same XC40 in terms of proportions, but when it comes to acceleration, this is a different monster. 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds. Now these are kind of figures which you expect from sports car. Electric cars by definition will give you that thrill of a faster acceleration, and XC40 Recharge doesn't disappoint either. Let's talk about the range. With twin electric motors and with so much of power on your tab, it still gives you a WLTP range of 418 kilometers. Now that's humongous. That actually keeps this Recharge right up there with all the top EVs that is available in the country right now. It has two C-type charging ports at the front, two C-type charging ports at the rear seat. It also has a removable bin, storage or trash can, whatever you call it. But this might be very handy and might keep the cabin more cleaner. In case you're getting nausea, you know what to do. So Volvo has given you that also. Now there's something about the back seat which I didn't like, is that it doesn't come with a grab handle, which just goes on to prove that the engineers at Volvo had left those details for the back seat. That means that this car is not really targeted for a chauffeur-driven experience. And let me pull over and show you the exterior, the front and the rear seat. Visually, there's not much of a difference between the XC40 Recharge and the XC40, except of course for the grille, because now there is no grille. Yes, but the logo still remains where it is, with that famous seatbelt sign, which is what the Volvo logo denotes. This has got all the ADAS features as in all other Volvo cars. Important thing, this one, the green badging, which is what makes the Recharge difference, because that makes it electric. You do get a 31-liter frunk here, which is where you actually keep your electric charging cable. Maybe when you're going on a short trip, you can remove it and use it as extra storage, and there's no engine. Let's take a recap at the backseat experience, which is, I would say, not that great. Now, as you can step inside, you can see there's not much of a leg room here. The under-thigh support is missing. There's a very big transmission tunnel which separates the two passengers, which is kind of bulging out, which makes it very difficult for the third person to squeeze in. This is also because the batteries and the mechanisms are housed here also. But the panoramic sunroof makes a lot of difference because it liberates so much of breathing space. If there was no panoramic sunroof, it would have been very difficult. Now, there's not much to talk about the back seat experience, but the front seat are something that you have to enjoy, because the driving of the XC40 Recharge is great. Safety, sophistication, luxury, all these terms are generally associated with the Volvo cars, and never playful, performance, maybe a bit naughty, is something that is not the character and DNA of a Volvo. But with the electric, this definitely is going to make this so much playful. Now, with so much power on your tab and so much of acceleration, you might just forget the true nature of a Volvo, and you might do things which in the normal course of thing you'll not do in a Volvo. I'm so glad that Volvo is going to go all electric, because the shape of things which will come can be exciting. Now this one is a really exciting car to drive. It is very powerful. It feels powerful. The moment you want to accelerate, and you do that with a lot of confidence. It is a car which looks like always in a hurry. It always tends to pull you forward, and gives you that feeling to drive harder and harder and harder, which is kind of exhilarating. And there is always that sense of complete control and complete dominance that you have over the XC40 Recharge, whether it's a highway or maybe the small lanes, and because of its compact nature, you can actually take it anywhere. Yes, it has a ground clearance which is reduced from the earlier XC40, and now it sits at 175 mm, and the earlier one used to be 211 mm. Of course, because the battery takes up that space. Volvo has taken the sustainability game even a notch higher, because all the recharges that will come in the production line, not this one, because these are CBUs imported directly as media cars, but they'll be completely leather free. Yes, there'll be no iota of leather, which means that the recharge will be complete vegetarian. Completely. These buttons and icons are very small, which makes navigating while you're driving a cumbersome process. I wish it was a little larger, because then you'll not miss it when you're trying to hit that icon. And everything is kind of, when you press on driving, you get all the assist here. This is how you activate the one pedal driving. This is the steering legal form. You can also change the nature of the steering wheel. Right now it's on the firmer side. The moment I press unlock it, it becomes a little more relaxed. So let me be firm again. Important thing to observe and see is the range assistant, which gives you kind of a real-time figure and statistics as to what you're doing. Right now we are at estimated range of 200 kilometers and we are 45%. We are doing speed, showing us the consumption. It can show us the optimizer and a couple of things more, like how we are using the energy usage. It has the Google Map function, which is actually connected to the SIM here, so you don't have to really connect your phone, and it gives you real-time navigation on the Google as you'd get on a smartphone. It also comes with 4 years of data embedded with an embedded SIM, which means that you don't have to bother about paying any bills. Now it's a 3-spoke steering, which has not too many controls, but all the controls which are there is bare minimum to give you what you want. The one pedal drive is something that you will definitely enjoy. It also gives you a lot of regen. It gives you a full regen on one pedal drive, and on a long highway cruise like this one, this is kind of very relaxing, because you can just relax your foot in one position and you don't really toggle between two pedals. Now that was the Volvo XC40 Recharge. There was a very big sweet spot available between the price point of 50 lakhs to a crore, which is where exactly the XC40 Recharge fits in. And it's quite well proportioned, it's very powerful, it's very playful, it's against the DNA of Volvo. And that's, to me, is very surprising. And that, to me, is a proposition which we have to explore. But we have to wait for the price to be announced, which is happening in July. Until then, drop us in the comments what you think should be a good price point for the Recharge for you to consider it. For me, I think north of 60 lakhs will have my money. Let me know what you think about it. Until the next one, take care, stay safe.